What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today's video is going to get into just a preposterous trade that I saw floated out there for the New York Jets. This is a trade idea. This isn't like, hey, there's legs to this rumor, but this is what it is. This is what we're doing in late June. I'm sorry, this is what we do. I talk about the Jets every single day. Some days we get to do fun things like the Jets talking about, or the Jets rather, signing a UFL standout offensive lineman. Other days it's Bleacher Report putting out a preposterous trade report that I just want to poke some fun at, and that's what we're going to do today. Let's get into it. Today's sponsor, The Perfect Gene, has uncrushed over 700 nuts. That's 2 nuts per dude. You do the math. Not a math guy, never claimed to be. These aren't just another pair of your stiff cardboard cutout jeans, and they're definitely not your pancake butt sweatpants or joggers. The Perfect Gene makes great looking, perfect fitting jeans that are stretchy as a kangaroo's pouch and hug your assets. See what I did there? In all the right places. The special denim fabric is soft as a baby's bottom and built to last her pulling them down every single day. Very nice. Whether you're a thick daddy, a short king, or anything in between, the Perfect Gene has you covered with 6 fits from skinny to thick, waist sizes from 26 to 50, and lengths from 26 to 38. They've got the perfect size for you. Who says size doesn't matter? Of course size matters. Trust us when we say these are the perfect effing jeans, and for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc, or Google The Perfect Gene and use my code O'Leary15, that's O'Leary15, for 15% off over at The Perfect Gene. Pick yourself up something nice. Okay, so Bleacher Report tossed out 7 trade proposals in one of their latest articles, and one of them included the New York Jets and their division rival, the Buffalo Bills. They had the Buffalo Bills trading Marquez Valdes-Scantling to the New York Jets. Now, if you remember during the offseason, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, or MVS for short, was a potential target for the New York Jets, from not that they've ever came out and said, we're going for MVS, and we came up empty. Just people speculating, because Marquez Valdes-Scantling, as you may know, played with Aaron Rodgers, and anyone who was in the 10-mile vicinity of Aaron Rodgers when he was in Green Bay was linked to the New York Jets over the past couple of years. And for this one, he ended up signing with the Buffalo Bills on a 1-year deal. Now, why would Buffalo trade him to the New York Jets? Well, the article makes the case that the Buffalo Bills have a very crowded wide receiver room, which is the truth. They drafted Keon Coleman at the top of the 2nd round. They have Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, MVS, Chase Claypool, Mac Hollins, Andy Isabella, and KJ Hamler. That's a lot of names, not a ton of talent. I like Keon Coleman as a prospect. Curtis Samuel is a reliable piece. Khalil Shakir is okay, and outside of that is a lot of mid from wide receivers 4 through 8, which I guess is expected. But MVS, Chase Claypool, Mac Hollins, Andy Isabella, KJ Hamler, those guys are going to be fighting for roster spots, and they don't think it's a lock that MVS is going to make the roster. So instead of just cutting him and losing the $2.3 million or whatever the case is, right, it was a $2.3 million deal, instead of just cutting that, why not flip him to the New York Jets, who might have interest in reuniting him with Aaron Rodgers? Last year, MVS had 315 receiving yards and 1 touchdown in 16 games with Kansas City. His best season came in Aaron Rodgers' MVP season in 2020, when he put up 690 yards and 6 touchdowns. Now, do the Jets have some question marks at wide receiver? Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. Garrett Wilson, we know, is a stud. He's a number 1 receiver. But beyond that, you have Mike Williams, who's coming off an injury and might not be ready for the start of the season. You have two young guys in Malachi Corley, who was a third-round rookie wide receiver. You have Xavier Gibson, who was an undrafted free agent last year. You have Alan Lazard, who just frankly was not very good last year. Jason Brownlee, Irv Charles, names like that from wide receiver 2 and beyond. So MVS is a veteran wide receiver who has worked with Aaron Rodgers. That's the connection that they're making. And also, MVS, I will say that the one thing that isn't complete lunacy is that Marquez Valdes-Scantling is a deep threat, which the Jets don't have a ton of those guys. They have speedy guys, but I wouldn't consider Garrett Wilson, Xavier Gibson, or Malachi Corley deep down the field threats, where MVS usually does a good job of stretching the football field. So that I will give them some credit for, because that is a style of receiver the Jets don't really have in this group. But does this trade make any sense for the Jets to make in training camp? No, I don't think so. No, I do not see them trading for Marquez Valdes-Scantling, nor do I think they should trade for him. I wasn't even... Lukewarm might be putting it nicely for where I felt on the Jets adding MVS to the fold. He had a very nice Super Bowl last year for Kansas City. He also had some drops in some really big moments in a national television game. So that got, I think, a lot of people's attention on his play last year. And the last thing the New York Jets need is another drop-heavy receiver. Alan Lazard already is holding that. If you want the former Aaron Rodgers teammate with the drop problems, you're already paying Alan Lazard $11 million a year for that. I know MVS is cheaper. I get it, but it's going to be a no from me, dog. I don't really think that's a wise decision for the Jets to make. Now, could they at some point during the regular season, maybe before the trade deadline, try to add a wide receiver? Yes, I think that is absolutely something that's on the table, whether it's a Devontae Adams big swing trade or Darius Slayton from the Giants or any other wide receiver that might end up being available. Could I see the Jets trying to trade for a receiver to put themselves over the top? Yes, that is absolutely something that I would not put past the Jets. In-division trade with the Buffalo Bills, who, let's be honest, why would Buffalo want to help out the Jets for even a late day 3 pick? Oh, MVS isn't going to make our roster, but let's help the team that is going to fight with us for the division? I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't know why that would be the case. I don't think it makes any sense. And unfortunately, don't think this was a good trade proposal. Sometimes you get good ones, and look, that's what we do this time of year. We're reacting to things that are being put out there about our favorite football team. Again, yesterday I broke down a UFL signing. The Jets had a nice little depth piece there. That was fun. Unfortunately, today it's a trade proposal, and I don't like it. Let me know your thoughts on this trade proposal in the comments. I am Matt O'Leary. I will catch you guys next time.